And the statistics itself speaks. That's what our president believes in. That's what everything proves, basically. It's historically low, 3.6%. It's lower than any other industry, basically. It's lower than general unemployment rate also in the country. So there's a huge demand for the specialty workers in this country. And unfortunately, America's still lagging behind in STEM education, in science, technology, engineering, math education. They're working hard. They've implemented so much. They're putting so many millions of dollars. We're getting some graduates in them. Still, if you look into it, at the graduate level, you find very few people graduating from these program workers, basically. So they have to hire foreign workers, and these things have become very difficult for them, and it's costing a lot of money,
of course,
lots of dollars in their projects, basically. So we have to understand those things, basically. So the demand is there. And I'm very confident that, because every year you see that our past few years, they're like almost an average 130,000 petitions have been filed.
At least.
At least.
Some years it's gone on 180.
80 also, basically. So it's so, I'm very confident that CAP will be over in first 5 days. That's for sure.
Okay.
But how much number will come, we do not know. We don't know. That's what it is. But the point is, the government, I think, is hoping that it will deter U.S. workers, the U.S. companies, to hire foreign workers if they impose more restrictions. But I don't think it works in that way.
No, because if they cannot find skilled technical workers in real good time, like it can't be like I put a open position out there and wait for 3 to 6 months to find a worker. You cannot wait.
You cannot, especially in the EVC model, you cannot, because it's a time and material basis contracts.
Exactly, and the project doesn't wait. You need the person.
It's a T&M basis contracts. That means the client has a requirement at that time, and they have to deliver at that time.
It has to be filled.
It has to be filled at the time. So most of them are T&M basis contracts. So it's very difficult for them to wait for 3 to 6 months, getting a US worker and training them and everything.
Yeah.
The result, what happens with this is, the jobs will be outsourced. See, I don't like services being outsourced to the outside the country, because I think it's unfair. The goods, I understand, outsourcing goods or marketing goods or importing goods or anything like that, but outsourcing services, I think it's really unconcernable thing for me personally.
True, I agree with you. About 40-50 years back, America outsourced blue collar, factory work, and started importing everything right from iron and steel. They went to China, and it really put a lot of people out of work. So now, when it comes to services, if they are really truly going to make the H-1B process so much more onerous, so much more difficult, companies which are unable to wait, if you keep getting RFEs after RFEs,
yes,
and if you're not able to get the petition approved, what will the end client do if they don't have people coming to do the work here? They have to send the job outside.
See, Deloitte opened a huge office in Canada.
They did.
Microsoft has office next 30 miles next to the Washington in Canada, right? What need for them to open up office next 30 miles after the Canada, which is the campus is even larger than Redmond, Washington campus.
Right.
Why do they have to do that? I think US government has to understand these things. See, you need to retain workers in the US. These foreign workers who are coming on H-1B program and L-1 program, they're staying in the US. They're contributing to the US economy. We need to understand that. They're paying taxes. They're earning wages here. They're spending their wages here.
Social security.
They're paying social security. The children are going to the schools and colleges over here.
Yes. Property taxes. 75% of the property tax goes to school district.
School district.
Yep.
Yep. And also each and every, there's a unverified statistics. I mean, survey done previously from 2-3 years ago from various organizations. I don't think they're verified, but as per them, each and every H-1B worker and US worker, L1 worker, creates 3 additional US jobs. It's not like they don't create these jobs doesn't create US jobs.
Correct. Yeah.
So I think it's important that somebody has to understand this perspective also.
Absolutely.
And we understand what the government is trying to do. Government is trying to protect the US workers. They want to implement our beloved president's policy memo, which is basically saying hire American, buy American. And that's what this whole memos are coming up. All these adjudication policies going and getting towards implementing that particular memo. But